Hey YouTube. Such a nice day out here. I decided to make a second video. So last night we had pipe night over across the street at the winery. We did it outside this time. It was such a nice evening. I mean, we just had to do it outside. There's a brewery there as well, so I don't drink a lot of wine, but we had a couple beers. All shared some stories, shared a bunch of tobaccos. Should have took a picture, but whatever. We had pipe tobacco sitting out everywhere. And I'll just show you a couple of tobaccos that we had and some of the stuff I got last night. But we had, my buddy, he broke out. If you saw my little short last night, you probably saw this. But we had I want to say it was the second release of the C&D, what's the one with the honey? Or the tequila and stuff. Sun Bear. The C&D Sun Bear. So I was smoking that. My buddy had a bunch, like some McClellan stuff, some old esoterica stuff. He had one that was flavored with licorice. I forget what it's called now, but the two McClellans he had that were delightful. One of them was called Beacon, and it had like a little lighthouse thing on it. That was 10-plus-year-old tobacco. He actually popped a 10 and brought it to the event. Really, really cool. But 3 Oak Syrian, and that was from 2016, I believe. And that stuff is just magnificent. Never actually had it before, but I do have a 10 in the back I never popped yet. So, very lucky to have a 10 of that. And I'll be curious to see, I'm going to do a side-by-side between the Frog Morton across the pond with that to see what's the difference. Had another buddy, Tim, there. He gave me a couple samples of different stuff. St. Bruno Flake, which I've never had before. So I like to just try that before. It's cool. You get to try stuff before you buy a 10 of it. And another cool one, Brother Tom gave me. It's called Woodburger by Ash and Ember. And he showed it to me last night. I guess it's like one of their house type blends. I think they do. I don't know how much they have of it, but I think it's a small limited batch of it. I don't know if they're going to do a regular release of it. But I smoked some last night and it was delightful. So he gave me a baggie of that to have a couple, 3 bowls of it. And I will be reviewing that one. And I'll probably be getting some of that because it was pretty cool. He showed me the picture of it and it had a little Sasquatch thing on it. It's pretty cool. But I did make a purchase last night. I got some Piccadilly. I like supporting the local B&M. And they have a cigar lounge and they have a downtown area. And they bring pipe stuff out to us. So I asked them to bring me a 10 of this because I don't have any Piccadilly right now. So it's pretty fresh 10. It was from last year, 2021, but fresh enough. So, I was able to get some of that. That's one of my favorite Englishes. And it's actually the closest thing to Frog Morton I've ever had. But that was last night. But anyways, all that camaraderie and all that stuff got me thinking. And that's why I'm making this video. And basically the title of the video is Why I Love the YTPC. And then another, I might add this to the video. I don't know yet. But I'm also going to do my favorite new channel right now. I don't know how new the channel is. But I just found this guy. And he's just very positive. And I love watching his videos because he's so upbeat and positive and always tries to lift people up, So I'll go ahead and name his channel right now, but it's Edwin Pipes Cigars. Not Edwin's Pipes and Cigars, but it's just Edwin Pipes Cigars. And that guy, like I said, man, and he comments on my videos as well. I comment on his videos. Like I said, I just love his attitude, when he smokes stuff. We have enough negativity in the world, and I just like watching videos where people are just positive and just try to bring other people up, and it's just he's just got a real cool vibe to him. So he's got a bunch of cool pipes and stuff too. I enjoy that. But leads me to one of the reasons why I love the YTPC, and he made a video on this, mental health. So to me, mental health is a lost aspect in our generation right now, especially the past couple of years. They put a bunch of things above mental health. A lot of the things that were going on in our society, bring down mental health, and nobody seems to really care about it, and that gets forgotten. And then if somebody goes off or commit suicide, it's after the fact, you know. Suicide rates are up, drugs are up. It all stems from mental health, in my opinion, you know, or lack thereof, whatever you want to call it. So, you know, that's one thing I work on myself. You know, I do meditation and certain things, and smoking a pipe seems to help me. Being in the YTPC helps me, honestly, you know, because can't always get out as much as you like. I mean, you know, we all have jobs and kids and all stuff like that, you know, and and I'm lucky to have a local pipe community. Not everybody has that, you know what I mean? But it's still another outlet here on the YTPC where you can interact with others, chat with others. It's really cool, you know. So that's one good positive for it. I'm still smoking this Nashville County, by the way, and my Emerald Cob. Only my second or third bowl in this cob. Should have let the stuff dry out more, but it is what it is. I'm making do with it. The next one, which kind of talks about my point I was just talking about earlier, you get to try different tobaccos you've never heard of. I was just able to acquire these HU tobaccos thanks to Bean's help. He told me where to get them from. I didn't know, you know, a couple of things I saw where, I guess during COVID times and stuff, where people were saying that some of the vendors weren't shipping from overseas anymore, they weren't getting the stuff, or stuff was getting lost, so the vendors just shut it down and said, screw it, I'm not taking the risk anymore. So I was able to get this, and it's really, really cool. And it came in 2 weeks. Unbelievable. From Germany in 2 weeks. So HU makes a lot of stuff, but I did kind of off him, Peaceman Pipe, a couple other people reviewed the HU tobaccos. So I kind of looked at, you know, what they were describing, not necessarily what they said was the best, but what they were describing that I thought I would like. And that's the stuff I got. So I've been very happy so far. Very happy. This Woodburger, would have never got that one, you know, if it wasn't for, I know I would have never heard of it really, if it wasn't for Tom bringing it last night. So that was really cool. And like some of the old McClellan stuff my buddy has, you know, never be able to see that again. I would have never been able to try it. So that's just the awesome part. And another thing is too, you know, like tobaccos you forgot about, you know, that people have and bring and stuff like that, you know. That's just a little part of it. But for the most part, like last night, we were just sitting there relaxing. It was 6 of us. It was 6 of us last night. We had a couple come by from Rhode Island. They were on vacation down there at the winery. They were camping out. We had another local couple come by, a couple other local people. I mean, we had like 5 or 6 people come by the table, you know, and just talk about like, man, they were kind of curious to see what we were doing because we had a bunch of jars and tobaccos and stuff sitting out smoking pipes, and they came by. They were just curious what we were doing. And we told them, you know, we're kind of a, you know, local pipe groups, the Fredericksburg pipe community. So, you know, that was cool. So it's kind of a conversation starter. And, you know, most of the people were saying too that, you know, their dad or their grandfather used to smoke a pipe and they remember, you know, seeing pipes and stuff, but you don't see people with pipes much anymore. So it's just cool, you know, every time I go out with a pipe, like I said, I was in downtown Stanton and Harrisonburg a couple of weeks ago when I was up on a little mini vacation, and I got a lot of comments, people asking me about a pipe. Every time I go out with a pipe, somebody asks me about it. So I was able to give away a cob last week. My niece, her boyfriend came over the house, and he actually asked me about like pipe stuff and all that stuff, and I'm like, you want a cob, dude? I'll give you a cob and some tobacco. So I hooked him up with a cob and some tobacco. I showed him how to pack it. We lit a bowl. We smoked through a whole bowl. I showed him how to do everything before we left, so he knew what was up. So, you know, it's pretty cool, you know, be able to introduce people to stuff like that. So, and talking to her, she was saying, she was like, yeah, he keeps talking about it and all this stuff, and he's like, I can't wait to go to the cookout and smoke my cob and stuff like that, you know. So it's pretty cool. But another thing, and I was actually talking to him about this last week, and this is a thing with cigars too, cigar pipe community. Most people are helpful and not judgmental. And it stems with my second thing, you know, as far as getting to meet new people and build new relationships on YouTube or, you know, across the board just with pipes. You know, it doesn't matter what color you are, you know, what nationality you're from, what country you're from, whether you're gay, straight, whatever, it doesn't really matter. You know, everybody kind of accepts everybody for the most part, you know what I mean? I know there's always outliers and everything. But, you know, that's one thing. I've never walked into a pipe or cigar lounge or pipe shop or cigar lounge where people were mainly judgmental, you know what I mean? Everybody has their own personality, I know, but everybody's usually always welcoming, helpful. They tried, you know, and I've never met anybody, too, that was very stingy with tobacco, that was like, oh, I'm not letting you try any of this or anything like that. Like me personally, and I was talking about this last night, and my buddy kind of correlated it to whiskey, too. Like we kind of, you know, share each other's whiskeys. If you have a bottle of whiskey, it's cool to have a bottle of whiskey to share it. But like I was telling him, I opened the Fretters, the old Fretters flake, I believe it is, the HU. Opened that a couple days ago, and I've been smoking on it. And I brought some last night, and I told my buddy John, because I know he likes similar stuff that I do, especially with the Virginias. As soon as I tried it, first thing I thought in my head, I'm like, dude, John's got to try this. So, like, it's really cool that, you know, in the pipe community, you know, you get other people to try stuff, and it's cool to have, and we'll even have these little days, because we have a Marco Polo thing that we do, where we'll each all smoke the same tobacco that day, you know, just to kind of see what each other thinks about it and stuff like that. It's pretty cool you can do that. So, it's just another positive, you know. I mean, you know, like I said, it's just the friendliness of the YTPC. That's another reason why I started my channel back up. The year I was off, I'd completely missed it. You know, I kind of shut down for a year, and that's another thing that stems with the whole mental health thing. I was kind of going through it, you know what I mean? It was just everybody was down and not feeling themselves. Everybody was, all these lockdowns, all this stuff wasn't open we were used to doing. You know, it's just, it was disheartening kind of, you know, as a whole. So, to me, it's good to go out and meet people, chat with people, just, you know, that social contact and whatever you want to call it, you know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, I mean, that's basically the 5 main points I wanted to make. And, you know, let me know what you guys think. If you've had similar things happen to you when you've been out smoking a pipe or in the YTPC, if you've built relationships or, you know, traded tobaccos with people, you know, through pipes. There's a guy I know, in actually Colorado, you know, I mean, me and him now, we have each other's cell phone number. You know, it's pretty crazy. Never met the guy before. He actually has a YouTube channel. He actually won one of my giveaways. That's how I got his address and stuff. But you know, it's pretty cool. You know what I mean? So that you can actually build relationships and stuff like that and talk to different people from different states you wouldn't ever even talk to before. So that's pretty cool, you know. But yeah, I do have another giveaway coming up soon. I'm not sure when. I'll probably wait till I hit the 500 mark to do it. So it could be another year before I hit 500. Who knows? We'll see. I mean, seems like to me lately, I guess because I've been making more videos, my subscribers have been going up a lot. And I really do appreciate that, everybody. So I'm glad people are, you know, liking the videos. And I love the comments. I mean, a lot of people have been commenting on my videos lately, even more so than before. So that's another good reason, you know, another thing that kind of keeps me going, you know, the talking back and forth and stuff like that and bouncing ideas. And I've had, like I said, I've had so many people recommend stuff to me. That's a lot of tobaccos I like a lot right now are people that recommended stuff to me or let me try and stuff, you know. I think I got it lit now. There we go. Yeah. And again, going back to this tobacco, I just reviewed it, but it's not real strong. You know, I've been sitting here smoking it, even though it's got that burley to it. It's just a good, easy smoking tobacco. You know what I mean? It's real smooth. So, yeah, this HU stuff, man, is so good, dude. You know. But yeah, it just kind of proves my point, you know, on the YTPC, man, comes through again. You know, that's what I've said that a bunch of times, you know, the YTPC comes through again. It just, like every time I'm looking for something. Oh, another thing too. I was talking to my buddy Tom last night. He gave me the Woodburger. And, Woodburger. Make sure I'm pronouncing that right. And I was talking to him about, I don't know how to pronounce it. It's like werewolf in French or something like that. It's the one that Cigar City puts out, Rougarou. Is that how you pronounce it? Rougarou, I think. I missed the drop on that because I was on vacation. I had a timer set, but I was driving, and by the time I was able to park and get it, it was already out. So I couldn't get it again. I tried to get it in the fall, missed it in October. So I missed it twice in a row. And I'm like, dude, I missed it twice in a row. And he was like, dude, I got some. I'll bring you some next time. Don't worry about it. You know what I mean? So I don't know how much he's bringing me, but he said he had a good amount. He was going to bring me some. And I was like, all right, I'll pay you for it. And he's like, you're not giving me any money. He's like, I'll give it to you. Don't worry about it. So I bought him a beer last night at least. You know what I mean? But I'm like, that's just another example, man, of how this community is just awesome. But yeah, just let me know what you guys think about it. And again, Edwin Pipe Cigars. Check him out and give him a follow because, like I said, I just love that he's so positive and upbeat. Love that about his channel. And yeah, let me know if you've had any of these tobaccos I was talking about, the McClellan ones, the new ones, the Piccadilly, any of that stuff. And let me know what you think and what your experiences are. Well, I'd appreciate the comments to hear from you guys and gals. But this is JC again. We'll catch you guys next video.